Hey, you! Yes, you, the person who is watching this video. Have you ever heard about globalization? If you had never heard about it, I bet you would like to learn about that. Globalization is the word used to describe the growing interdependence of the world's economies. In other words, how the marketing spreads from one country to other, and how one country depends on other in order to be provided.
Thousands of years ago, traders used to travel long distances to exchange gold for goods. If it hadn't been for technology evolution, transportation and international trade wouldn't be what they are nowadays. Today, companies can exchange goods and services, employment, and communicate over the internet. Supposing technology advances, also will communication, work, and travel. Countries and economies around the world are now interconnected.
The problem is the excessive production of the transnational corporations, which are ending with natural resources, because most of these companies produce emissions of CO2, which is the principal factor of climate change. Believe me, if globalization had been decreasing, the environment would be better. Since the Industrial Revolution began in 1950, CO2 levels have risen by more than 30%. The concentration of CO2 in the atmosphere is now higher than at any time in at least 800,000 years. When we go shopping, sometimes we buy stuff that we don't really need. Therefore, we are supporting the climate change. Unless we had aware of climate change, we would have stopped buying unnecessary things.
If energy demand, because globalization, hadn't been so high, we wouldn't have relied on fossil fuels. We met this increase in energy demand on fossil technologies because globalization is advancing quickly, emitting greenhouse gases, and obviously these emissions will increase globally aside the increase on globalization. But if politicians or corporations had shown interest of our environment, we would have changed to alternative energies long time ago. By increase the investment of developing new clean technologies such as solar, wind, or other renewable energy sources.